All right, let's see. This thing says we're live, so I don't usually use this particular program, or website or whatever, so bear with me if I end up doing anything stupid. This isn't what I normally do for my live streams. So we're using StreamYard tonight, which allows other people to come in and join.
Oh, nice.
So here we go. All right. So I posted up on the community tab the guest invite for this. So I'm assuming you should be able to open it through the community tab and join. I also posted it on the Facebook main Mudmower group, and you can be able to join using it there. And I don't do this often enough to go and pay for the premium service, so all we can have is 6 people live on the board at any time, because I don't find it worth it for me to go and pay for extra. But people are welcome to come up and join, and we'll go from there.
So while I do
All right, well, we got 12 people watching. Let's see, cool bag of Doritos. Glad to go and have you here, dude. I'm surprised you still have that name and Doritos hasn't sued you. All right, so we got to go and break open our ginger ale and everything. And somebody needs to join so that we can go and have some microphone kickback and see whether we have any problems or not.
So this one's all nice and clean now. I left this one alone just for comparison.
We went to the auction. We went to an auction today. We picked up a few things. John ended up with some stuff. Jesse ended up with some stuff. I ended up with some stuff. We'll have a video coming up of that really soon, and get that going for you guys. And now that we got past the auction and we got another couple of projects done, we're going to get on to working onto the Cub Cadets and stuff and get those worked on and, you know, out there for everybody. But hi, Curtis. Hi, Silver Wolf. Hi, everybody that's joining in and starting to kick up on the chat. And feel free to post up questions. I will try to go down through the chat. Like I said, this is not the software website, whatever I'm used to, but I'll try to do the best I can to go and keep going down through. And if you hear crashing and banging and things getting knocked over in the background, between 3 kittens and 2 ferrets that are in giant ferret balls right now, there's a little bit going on. So if all of a sudden something in the background just falls over or whatever, that's normal. There's no ghost, just a bunch of overgrown slinky rats and Chinese food that won't stay still. So it's normal here. I'm not allowed to make the Chinese food joke. I get yelled at. In the background, I just had hey from the girlfriend. You know, the hey that means you're in trouble. You know what I mean? Oh, we got a cool bag of Doritos down here in the basement. Let's see if we can add him to the stream. Like I said, this is not my usual thing. If I screw this up, I'm sorry. There we go. Hey. Oh, whoa, that kickback. I might have to turn that down a little bit. Okay, cool bag of Doritos.
Hey. I'm outside walking on my tractor.
What you working on tonight?
Troy built lawn tractor.
Oh yeah. Is it the hydro model or is it the glorified MTD?
The MTD.
Yeah. Whoop.
Whoop.
Ah. There we go. What we got for a question down here? Joey says, question for you. I have a Simplicity 5116 special. I broke the steering wheel, and for the life of me, I can't find a replacement. I've been looking on eBay, no dice. To be quite honest, when it comes to broken steering wheels, usually what I do is I just chop the top off of a Craftsman steering shaft, and I weld the Craftsman steering shaft onto whatever it is, so that all I have to do is just use the generic hubs. That way, if you're just using generic Craftsman hubs, you can find them all over the place, and you don't have to go and sit there hunting eBay and stuff. At this point, the generic hubs that Craftsman uses are on like Wizards, Airines. Apparently, my camera is backwards. I'm sitting here counting off, and instead I'm off the screen. They're on like Wizards, Airines. They're on a whole bunch of different tractors and stuff.
That's cool.
Oh yeah, there we go. What we got here? What are we showing us, Cool Dorito? We got
I built a utility vehicle out of lawn tractor parts.
There you go. Oh, that's nice.
That looks pretty.
That looks pretty. John said it looked pretty.
Thank you.
What's the rear end in it?
Oh, just a live axle.
Oh, it's a solid live axle setup.
Yeah.
Oh, Jiminy's, dude. Do you not even have a torque converter or anything?
No.
Holy bugger. I bet that thing takes off when you stomp it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go with the idea that you've got brass something in order to ride that, because that scares the snot out of me, the idea of stomping that.
It's fun.
I bet it probably is fun, all the way to the ER.
Hey, Dad.
What's up, John?
I don't want to go back there again.
Yep, go ahead. Let's see. TK says, what's the word on the bulldozer build? All right, so the problem with the bulldozer build is that this stupid cornhole virus has managed to skyrocket the price on steel. And in order to go and build the treads for the bulldozer build that I want to build, all of a sudden the cost on metal is 130% more than it was when I originally started doing that build. What we're going to do at this point is I've managed to go and get a hold of the parts to work on making the, I got to figure out how to get onto the camera here. I found the parts in order to work on making the side-to-side brake steering work, or at least what I think is going to work. So what we're going to do is we're going to work on that part of it, and we're essentially going to turn it into a low income zero turn, and make it so it has brake steering, a couple of really giant casters on the front, and we're just going to deliberately use it around the yard for whatever we can until the price in metal comes down to the point that making tracks is viable again. Well, yeah, here we go. Here's one of the mobile Chinese food places. Yep. But let's see. Cassandra says 26 horsepower Briggs & Stratton versus Kohler 26 horsepower. If I was looking for torque, I would probably go for the Kohler. If I was looking for stupid level RPMs that you can do with a stock motor, I would probably go for the Briggs. But the Kohler, hands down, is going to go and have more torque than the Briggs is. That just is what it is. That's you can argue scientific math as much as you want, but at the end of the day, on paper and pretty much proven, the Kohler is going to have more torque. But what is that? One of those AVS Intex?
This?
Yeah, is it one of the AVS series or one of the other ones?
It's just a, whatever this is.
Yeah,
a
it's one of the
build.
originals, not an AVS.
Yeah.
Yep, I hate those AVS ones. They love to blow stuff up. Yep, here's Sun.
Oh, no, I'm sorry.
Oh, let me see. Why is my shifter getting stuck on my Craftsman 60? Usually a lot of times when you have one of, is it a side shift? Because a lot of times on those side shift ones, all it takes is just one of those connections getting gummed up even remotely, and all of a sudden those don't work. But if you're talking about one that goes directly into the transmission, and on a lot of the side shifts, if you start to have any rust or anything, any sweat rust on the inside, the shift keys will end up starting to gum up on those. I just got shot in the side of the face with whatever that was. Okay, next time, don't open hand grenades while you're on film. Gee whiz. All right, so I just got ginger ale hand grenaded in the side of the face. That was great. All right, well, go ahead and have a sip of your ginger ale, and then you. So John wanted to go and do the live stream. He insisted that I had to go and do a live stream and unbox this 100,000 subscriber play button. But you know, you guys have been around for the saga that I've dealt with YouTube over them deciding to label my channel a kids channel. And so they labeled my channel a kids channel because of the gas-powered Power Wheel builds and because my top-rated video shows a bunch of kids and stuff like that. They will not nix their stupidity on my rating. So what's even worse is that when I was at about 110,000 subscribers, I was attempting for the 21st time to get them to fix my channel comments. And while I was on there, I brought up the fact that, hey, by the way, where is my play button? Like, you guys are supposed to go and send me something. It's supposed to be some big, stupid deal that I supposedly hit this. And they were like, oh, well, here's a website. You have to apply for your own play button. I have to what? So in order to get my play button, I actually had to apply for my play button. They then go through a verification process as if I'm not the person who runs the channel. And then it takes 2 weeks before you finally get your play button. So just for anybody that hits the 100,000 subscriber mark, don't bother waiting for them to actually care to get a hold of you and send you a play button. Get on their tech support and send in the idea of, hey, where's my play button? Because apparently they don't pay attention anymore. They don't care. So I'll hand this off to John, and I'll let John open up the play button. You want to see the box it comes in? So here's the box that it comes in. And okay, you want to open it up and show them?
We might have to get rid of cool Doritos because it shortens it up a little.
No, it's okay. You can just show them on that side. Although we are going to go and mute Cool Doritos so that we can hear stuff because he's got. I'm gonna mute him because he's got kickback on the mic.
Here's a card.
Oh. All right, so we got a card here from YouTube. Oh, the reaction there. It says, congratulations on your subscriber milestone. We are honored to take part in recognizing your achievement and want your experience to be exceptional. You know what would be exceptional would be if I hit the milestone and I actually didn't have to apply for the plaque. But hey, you know, it is what it is. This award was inspected and packaged with great care by Rick. Good job, Mr. Rick, for packing up my plaquey thing. If your award was damaged during shipping or if you have any questions, please contact us at youtubecreator@societyawards.com by Society Awards. So here we go. We'll open this thing up and see what we got in here. Oh, look, they sent us padding. That was worth it, wasn't it? Okay, all done. Close it down. Oh, do you got it? You got to figure it out? Woo! All right. Is it cool? You want me to take it out of the bag? Okay, I'll take it out of the bag. Oh, okay. You can take it out of the bag.
You know, you being sarcastic towards YouTube and I'm seeing this probably not.
Jesse's in the background telling me I'm going to end up in YouTube doghouse for being sarcastic. Oh, I got to take the box? Oh, okay. Oh, this is another thing YouTube sends you. They send you this ginormous congratulations letter. Yeah, congratulations about how much we care that we don't care. There we go.
Honey.
There we go.
I swear, if you get in trouble for this, it's on you.
There we are.
And
So-
those are some words.
Yep. So let's see. So it says presented to Redneck Computer Geek for passing 100,000 subscribers. YouTube. There we are. So it's actually pretty decently hefty. And for those who are curious, it does have little integrated hooks. And it's all felted on the back. And I'm going to bet it's like zinc or aluminum or something. So I'm not going to overly tap on it because I've seen these get dented by other YouTubers trying to just joke around with them. But there we go.
You want to see how long it is?
No, I don't think they're worried about how long it is.
You can probably buy them online. So this will be
Alright.
fun.
So there we go. Alright. So there we are. We got our YouTube plaque and we'll be putting that up. And now I can, whoops. Yep, wait. Move my head. Now I can replace that thing that I put up on the wall back when I hit it. That's been up there for almost like 3.5 months now. I can put the actual plaque up. All right, so now we got to that point.
I'm recording for 7 minutes. 7 minutes now.
17 minutes. It says we've been on for 17 minutes. John is really interested in the whole YouTube thing, figuring out how to go and talk with people and do this kind of stuff. So that's part of the thing. He wanted to go and have a part in showing you guys the plaque and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Isn't that a donation?
Yes. So, Vane, thank you very much for the $10 donation. We really appreciate that. And
Today.
we made our money back. Oh yeah, that's right. I bought some ATV tires with rims for $5. So we did good. Let me see here. So we got BP mud mowers.
Open, please.
Open, please. Okay, just a sec. I gotta get the Slinky Rat out of its ball here. Come here, Slinky Rat. There it goes. All right, one white Slinky Rat.
Thank you.
There we go.
Oh, do you want to hold her, or
I'll hold her.
I was gonna put her back in so she could go pee.
Yeah, she probably needs to go poop. That's what they usually do when they get done with the ball.
Oh.
Or you? Okay.
Well, what do I do with the frisbee wood?
You take it over and hand it to her. That's part of taking care of animals. All right. So yeah, I mean we're an active household here, so I apologize for all the whatever stuff going on.
And springs.
All right, so let's see.
I hope every household is active.
All right, BP Mud Mower's got a free John Deere 112 swapped out 18 horsepower Briggs & swapped in an 18 horsepower Briggs & Stratton clutch pedal sticks and doesn't return any ideas. Has a MTD style clutch pulley, added a spring directly to clutch pedal for now. My bet would be that either A, the pivot itself is worn on the bottom and you should check where the shaft pivot is. The other thing that happens on those is where the clutch pivot is. The pivot itself can wear oblong, and what will happen is on one direction or the other, it'll actually lock into the oblong side. So where the pivot is for the clutch, you also want to double check, and you might have to put something through it in order to make it so you have a pivot.
You want on me full bag Doritos?
Cool Bag of Doritos is just running around doing his tractor thing. We'll just leave him up there. Let's see. Joey, I can see still in the apartment. How's the house coming along since the high quality people left? So
Bathroom's fixed up.
the bathroom is fixed up. The spare bedroom at this point is cleaned out. John is working through his bedroom and getting his stuff figured out because we're actually going to be shifting around who's in what bedroom in there. Most of the stuff is sorted out as far as getting the living room cleaned out and stuff. The kitchen is half done. What the big hurdle problem has been is just with COVID and the stupid whatever, I just haven't been able to make the money necessary in order to push the project forward. I mean, to put it into perspective, the other day I went to sell a Cub Cadet that I had up for sale, and most of the time pre-COVID, I could have sold that Cub Cadet for somewhere in the ballpark of $600 to $700, and I ended up selling it for $500 just to get it off of my yard because nobody's got any money. Nobody wants to go and spend. Nobody has any cash. And so we're just a little behind as far as being able to financially redo stuff. Most of the clean out at this point is just a weekend or two of work in order to finish. And then it's going to be a question of the finances to finish up stuff. But we're getting there. We'll do an update on it as soon as all of the clean out is done. I'm hoping to finish that in the next couple of weeks and go from there. The other problem that I've been running into is this weather up here in Maine has been totally stupid. And when the weather is like this,
It's too cold and hot.
it's hard to go and work through stuff because it's not warm enough to be able to paint, and it's too damp to be able to paint. And anybody that's ever done mudding for sheetrock, when you have 60% humidity, you just plain don't bother to even do the mudding for sheetrocking because it'll never dry, and then you end up with crack out. So as it is right now, the house is on hold until we actually get into what should be summertime weather that we should have had by now. I mean, I kid you not, they literally had 2 inches of snow in northern Maine a few days ago. So it's just been really dumb, and we'll get to it just as soon as we can. But, you know, I don't work a regular job like other people do, so I didn't get to go and sit here like a lot of America and claim $600 a week worth of unemployment and everything else. But it is what it is.
And
We're
I
going to
work-
keep working on it.
And I work a lot, but not enough to financially support it.
And Jesse is working right now, and right now we're on killing bills. Jesse is working a lot, but the big goal for her is killing off past finances. And that really needs to be the goal there, because once you kill off all your back debt, then you're free and clear and you can keep moving. Let me see. John Boy, Small Engines, congratulations. Thank you. You know, it's been a interesting trip in order to go and get here. And if you guys have questions for John about builds and stuff like that, feel free to go and post up something and ask him a question. And, you know, as I stated before earlier, you're more than welcome to go and grab the guest link that's on the community tab and come join me here. Let's see.
Ask him questions so he can learn to read more.
Yeah, ask John questions and we can have him read them off. He's getting better. His reading's getting much better. Let's see. Vane says that 10 PLN is like $2.50, unfortunately. Hey, it adds up. I am not going to go and gripe at all, because you know what? That's part of my thing that I tell people when it comes to doing YouTube, is that you're better off to go and work on doing how-tos and stuff like that, and get it to the point that you've got a consistent income coming in. You know, making $20 guaranteed every month is better than making $50 and never seeing anything ever again. So yeah, this is John's latest little hobby. He likes to go and do cardboard masks and different things, and he likes to go and try and do guys from Hollywood films and stuff. Put it on. They can guess what it is. So here you go. You can guess what John is from a really old Hollywood film.
The thing's ancient.
Yeah, well, by your standards, it's ancient. By my standards, it's a film that came out when I was like 10. Making me feel old here.
Yeah, he's good at that.
Oh, let me see. Let me see here. Okay.
Don't get used to this. But I scooped out the cat boxes.
All right. I just bought a 1968 Sears Super 12. I hope to find some parts for it. Good luck on that. I mean, as far as that stuff goes, up here in Maine, that's a lost cause. I mean, if you buy anything for a GT6000, I'm doing the whole counting off film thing, talking with my hands off camera again. If you're buying a GT6000 or a Sears Suburban or a Wheel Horse or anything like that, one of the first things you need to do is make sure that the pedal assembly and everything that has to do with the clutch assembly is functional, because those parts don't exist anymore. One of the discussions that I was in the other day is whether the newer GT steering boxes will fit in a Sears Suburban. There was an argument the other day about it. They look really close, but I don't know whether they'll actually fit. And that's something that needs to be explored at some point, and I might work on later. I do have a Sears Suburban that we were talking about doing some sort of retrofit build, and we'll see what we can do there. Lauren got it. It's a Predator helmet.
Two people.
Oh, sorry. Connor got it too. It's the Predator. Okay.
Wait. 1, 2, 3. Good job, people. Dreadlocks are a little falling apart.
John says the dreadlocks are falling apart. He's got to redo them. Maybe you can find something to go and redo the dreadlocks that looks better.
Well, I just need to do some modifications on it, just so you know.
Oh, okay. It's got to be modified. Let me see. Lauren says he picked up a Easy Go Workhorse 800. Easy Go is in a golf cart? Is that... Forgive me, I don't know golf carts. If that's a golf cart, that's what I'm betting, because Easy Go is the only way I've referenced that. Actually, speaking of golf carts, a lot of people have asked me to bring back the electric tractor build, and golf cart controllers, the old-fashioned golf cart controllers, have ended up dumping in price because there are Chinese knockoffs that are showing up. So the old 36-volt style controllers that used to be like $400 have gone down to about $200 for a knockoff these days. So we fried the 36-volt crummy little controllers and stuff. So we might try to go and get a hold of a golf cart controller in order to process the electric tractor build again. So let's see. Andrew says he thinks that your helmet you have now is Venom. Is it Venom?
No.
No, it's not Venom. Okay. Well, I tried. Let's see.
It's an alien, I'm pretty sure.
Andrew says, so far I spent $80 on my mud mower, built the rest is homemade. I mean, your biggest expense on a mud mower is almost always your tires and a winch. And I mean, you can't go wrong with a winch. Inevitably, if you're mudding them, you're going to break down. You're going to need it. You're going to get it stuck. And as far as tires go, that's your other major expense. And you're going to drop money on a decent set of tires no matter what.
And belts.
And, well, yeah, and you burn up belts on a mud mower. So, but that's, you know, that's kind of like oil change. You got to plan ahead for that. All right. So, okay, can you speak up and give them a hint as to what your helmet is that you have now?
It's an alien. I wish I think it is. I ain't sure.
It's an alien, at least you think it is, you're not sure. Okay, does the movie that it goes to give away what it is, or can you say what movie it goes to?
I'd say it's from a movie.
Well, no kidding, it's from a movie. Can you say what movie it goes to? It's from a movie. You are overtired just like I am. We have been up since 7 o'clock this morning, going straight, with me coming home, immediately having to edit and post video for you guys in order to get the van hauling project up and everything. So at this point, we're on 11 hours straight worth of work. And John and Jesse have been keeping up with me all day. So we're a little on the dumb tired point right now.
It came from Stranger Things.
It came from Stranger Things. Okay, can you show what it's supposed to do or something?
It's pretty hard. There's no manual button on it, so it's.
Okay. Does it make a noise when it opens up? Roar. It makes a roar noise. It makes a raw noise. Oh, geez. Okay. So you sounded about as raw dangerous as a kitten. Are we supposed to be raw like a lion? Which one are we doing here? Okay. Let's see. Let's see. John says that everything is complete. The tractor runs. The previous owner put a Honda GX 200. Hard to find the original engines. Yes, the original engines on those are usually a waste of time to even bother trying to find. So yeah, I don't doubt that it ended up with a Honda. We've actually got I've got a GX 160, I believe it is, stashed downstairs that we were debating dumping into a Sears Suburban or on another build. So we might end up doing that just to go and get it up and running and move it around. But what's the question?
After it's 35, I'll give out the answer.
Oh, okay. So in 3 minutes you're gonna say what it is. Okay, sounds good. Let's see. Is it from the movie The Day the Earth Stopped?
I don't think so.
You don't think so? Okay. Is it a monster from Stranger Things?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
But what type of monster?
Oh, but what type of monster from Stranger Things? Okay.
Don't get me, I don't remember what you said it was. When you told me, it was right after work and I was half asleep.
All right. Let's see. Andrew says, I didn't get a winch because I can't afford it, but I will when I can. And I was lucky, and one of my friends gave me a free pair of tires because he does quad racing. Awesome. I mean, it doesn't take that much to go and get just a starter set of tires. I mean, a lot of people upgrade and they just want to go and get rid of a tire and stuff like that. Demo Gorgon, is that what it is? Is it a Demon Gorgon, Demo Gorgon, however you pronounce that?
He's pronouncing Demogorgon.
Okay, projection voice towards the microphone.
Demogorgon. Yes, you got it correct. It is a Demogorgon.
It's a Demogorgon.
The opening mouth
Sounds like
mechanism.
evil Morgan.
Yeah, Demogorgon. It sounds like some sort of version of Coyote Ugly. That's what it sounds like.
Oh!
If you don't understand that reference, you're under the age of 21, or you shouldn't admit you understand that reference. One or the other. All right, so let's see. Keeping it PG here. What are my thoughts on dirt bikes?
Loud and annoying.
My thought on dirt bikes is the same reason why I don't have a motorcycle. I have never owned anything in my life that I have not known what its top speed is. And so the idea of having a dirt bike and top speeding it and everything else is probably a good way for me to kill myself.
Loud.
I have nerve damage from my neck down. I had a wrestling injury. I was in an illegal hold when I was 13 years old. I popped 2 vertebrae in my lower neck, and I ended up entirely incapable of moving. I believe the term is paraplegic from the neck down for 2 hours before I finally actually started to have tingling back in my feet. And then about an hour after that, I finally actually wiggled my toes and started to have tingling in my hands and stuff like that. So I like going fast, but dirt bikes and slamming into trees and stuff like that is probably a good way for me to end up finishing myself off. So I stay off of anything with 2 wheels. 4 wheels is bad enough as it is. You guys seen me do the drag racing and stuff like that, and I still want to go faster. And I've done drag racing most of my teenage into young 20s and stuff. So I don't know. Dirt bikes and I just probably shouldn't be together in the same sentence. All right, go ahead and do a demonstration. What is this?
It's one of Predator's weapons. Trying to get it loaded.
Okay, you gotta show it on film.
I'm trying to get it loaded.
Oh, you're trying to get it loaded?
I think it's difficult.
If you're gonna have a weapon, you shouldn't have it difficult to load. That's the reason why it is that the revolver won the West or whatever. The repeating rifle. The repeating rifle won the West because of being against muskets. There you go. You look like you're trying to go and use what do they call those fries there? You look like you're trying to stab somebody with those French fries you get at weird side of the road gas station-y places. All right, let's see. Hey, Jesse. You need to come read a comment. Okay, well, when you get done reading when you get done making your cocoa, you need to come read a comment. All right, how is the Craftsman mud mower coming? Mud Wizard works amazing. Bouncy, whatever Jesse wants to call it. Bouncy works really well, and we will be working on another build probably during dry season here in Maine. Okay, so you need to read this one out loud. Come here. You gotta be on camera.
What one?
Okay, come here so you're on camera. Okay, so that's what the mask apparently looks like. Read it out loud.
I think John made a Jesse in the morning mask. I would agree with that. I would agree with that. I am not a morning person.
No, she's not a morning person.
Okay, like if I have to be at work at 7, my happy butt gets up at like 3 in the morning. And not happy about it.
John, are those Wolverine claws?
No.
No, they're not Wolverine claws. They're Predator claws.
Yes.
Oh, okay, okay.
They actually function, and all I use is cardboard.
Oh, they're functional and they're cardboard. So what? You use
poke
like
somebody.
death by 1,000 cardboard paper cuts? That's I don't think that's going to go and do much damage, but whatever works. Andrew, I'm very sorry. I read your comment and I had to reread it. It says "diss my channel" so you can see the tires and tractor. You can check it out when you want. I thought you were asking me to diss on your channel. I was like, what in the world is that comment? That makes no sense, dude. Okay, I got it. What the heck is that? Okay, look. So if anybody has a girlfriend or a wife or whatever, and she's into stinky making.
It's not stinky. Don't be mean.
Okay, literally, I have trained the UPS guy that when he delivers packages, that he walks up and he says, "Hey, I have more of your girlfriend's stinky crap." Okay, because the boxes, when this Scentsy stuff shows up, see this Scentsy? Okay, he goes out of his way to make us one of his first deliveries because the box stinks up his truck. And the hotter that it gets, the worse it stinks up his truck. Okay, so it is stinky crap.
Okay, this one's called Sun
So
Soaked.
she sells these?
It's called Sun Soaked Petals.
Oh, it's called Sun Soaked Petals, and I'm supposed to smell it. Okay, here we go. It smells like cucumber. That is not Sun Soaked Petals. It smells like bad cucumber.
Not a cup of tea.
Not your cup of tea. Yeah, see?
I'm making samples for people.
Okay,
and
so
it's good, and it's a felt sample.
Okay, so Jessie makes samples for people. If you want, you can get a hold of her and she can send somebody stinky samples.
Hey, they're all natural. They're made in the U.S. and they're good. They keep us from having asthma attacks, don't they? Instead of harsh chemicals.
Okay, they're made in the U.S. stinky samples.
Oh. I'm not talking to you anymore.
Anybody guess what this is?
All right, let's see. John says, can you guess what this is? That's the one that was supposed to get spray painted black, right?
I think so.
No, that's the other one.
Oh, is that the other? No, I thought it was that one.
I can't choose back.
What movie series is that one from? Okay, we'll get back to you on that one. All right, let's see.
That's how I can't choose the back because I got the word in the back. I got the name.
Do I still have the Moto Beacon? Yes, I still have the Moto Beacon. Yet again, that's another one of those builds that just the finances isn't there. So right now, I need to focus on what it is actually makes money versus what it is I can put money into and never get back out.
Which is why my truck is sitting.
Yeah, which is why Jesse's truck is sitting and why it is my truck is sitting because we need to focus on money making stuff. What?
You want to bring that dude up?
Do I want to bring? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't see that there was somebody down there. All right, give me just a sec. Craftsman Crusher, we will add you up here. There we go. We unmuted you so you can pick
Hey, what's up?
something. Hey. Let's see. How do I put that back to, let's see. How do I put, oh, there we go. Oh, well, Cool Bag of Doritos apparently just logged out. I was trying to figure out how to put him back in the basement. There we go. How's Craftsman Crusher tonight?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Yeah, ugly as ever. Born looking that way.
Yeah, I've had those days before.
Oh, I do every single day. I just got over it. Let me see.
This is the mower I've been building for the last almost 2 years now.
Oh, nice. What's those rear tires? I don't recognize those.
These are 25 by 8 by 12 swamps.
Swamp what?
See the tread doesn't- Swamp witches.
Swamp witches. Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
that-
okay. I see them
I
now.
give you.
Yep.
Yeah. So as far as I know, these tires have done amazing. So I'm definitely wanting to try these.
Cool. John, what's your thing?
Did he just log on or
Did who just log on?
the dude that just logged the dude that has camera?
I guess he did. Yes, he just logged in. Okay. Anyways, yeah, we're all overtired here. Somebody wants to know if your helmet is Darth Vader.
Got correct.
Yes. Okay. I pay attention as a father. It was supposed to get painted black. See? It's not my fault you didn't paint it. All right. So yes, it was Darth Vader. Although Bane would have been a good. You should make Bane. That's a good one for you to make.
Oh, Batman.
Yes, Bane from Batman.
That'd be interesting to see. That would
It is.
honestly be really interesting to see.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
I'm Batman.
I got this idea from my buddy. I didn't think it would actually work, but if you just bolt the pulley on, you can actually use a belt to pull start it. You wrap the belt around it, works just as good.
Yeah, you can do that. And the other thing that you can do, which is why a lot of people will leave them on, is you can actually start it using the pulley for the you can start it using the pulley for the deck.
Oh,
But
really?
it sucks to try and get down low enough. Well, yeah, if
Yeah, I mean, that would be-
your
that would
pulley
be
on
cool.
top is attached to the same thing the deck pulley is attached to, why the hell wouldn't it work?
Yeah, that's true.
It's just that it's a pain in the neck to get to the bottom pulley, but you
Yeah.
can do it.
You definitely can do it. I've probably be a pain, but you can definitely get it done.
Yep. So what I tell people to do is if you stall it out while you're out on the trail, you push it so that your front tire is up onto a stump or something, or lift your front tire up onto a log, and it'll put it at just enough of an angle that you can wrap a belt around it, or you can wrap a cord around the bottom or whatever, and you can start the machine. But what's funny about the whole pulley start thing is literally every single lawn tractor when I was a kid had one. Like the whole starter thing on lawn tractors didn't start until about the 80s. Any other
Really?
tractor had one of those. What's the question, John?
Drink mine.
Oh, I grabbed the wrong soda. Oh yeah, that's a regular ginger ale. I'm sorry. Yeah, I've got my ginger ale crack limonade here. Yeah. Yeah, you want to be my best friend instantaneously if you ever meet me. Ginger ale limonade is my favorite thing. Let's see.
And I forget the person's name, but for your last live stream on Wednesday, these are the Sun F tires that I run. This is the style.
Yep. Those are showing up cheaper and cheaper every day.
Yeah, I got these for $20 for two of them.
$20
The only thing
for
I
two?
Yeah, I got it
So
for
what
a
are
really
they?
good deal.
Are they 114 whatevers?
No, they're 19 by 7 by 8.
Nice. 1978.
The only thing I didn't like that I had to do is I had to extend my spindles. That
Yep.
was annoying.
Yep.
The annoying
that
part
does
was
get annoying.
I couldn't get the bolt centered and I could not get it straight, but eventually got it.
Yep. The other way to go and do that, the other way to do that for other people that are watching is what you do is you go buy one of the trailer pins for Tractor Supply that has the cotter pin hole in the end of it, and you cut the tail piece off of it and then weld it on so that you can cotter pin it instead of trying to double nut it.
Okay, I think I might try that next time because that sounds a lot less painful.
It is much less painful. It is much less painful and a lot easier to do.
I
But-
do have to ask, do you have any recommendations on front ends? Because if I turn this wheel all the way to the right, if I turn it all the way, it will come into contact with the frame.
Yep. By the time you go to a 19 on a Craftsman chassis, it'll hit the frame. Yep. So what I did on the old machine that I ran on main mud mower, what I did was I actually welded in bump stops. So, okay.
Right there.
So, okay. So when you have so we're looking down on that, where that second hole is, where the second hole is. Okay. You can weld a bump stop into that hole so that when it comes around, it hits the axle and won't allow the tire to come into the frame.
Okay. That might be something I'll have to do.
Yep. So what you do is take and turn it so it almost hits frame, and then you hold a piece up against your axle and weld it wherever it hits near that hole, and that'll act as a bump stop to keep it from turning and hitting your frame.
Okay, I'm gonna do that. I appreciate the information.
Yep. Actually, the place I ended up learning that from was 1990s Ford Ranger two-wheel drives. A 1990s Ford Ranger two-wheel drive will run a 31-inch tire, but you have to weld a nut to the stock bump stop in order to be able to keep it from gouging the inside with the tire.
Okay.
Let me see. Hi, John. What's up?
Can I guess what this is?
Okay. I think you have to show them the action that it does for it to make sense.
Okay. What is happening?
It's okay. Okay. What does it do? You have to make noises.
Ah.
No. You have to stop sounding like a kitten. Okay. You sound like a kitten playing with a ball when you're supposed to be in a horror film here. Okay. Well, we definitely know. Okay. No screaming. All right. Yeah. So we get the girl involved and we end up with the little girl scream out of the boy. Anyways, so feel free to guess what the cardboard thing was that apparently was assaulting a little girl. And we'll go from there.
Little girl with no hair.
Yeah, little girl with no hair. Yeah, we got matching haircuts today. Yeah, there we go. Jesse gave us haircuts. We now match because John was starting to look like a girl. Oh, apparently Cool Doritos knew exactly what that was. It says it's an alien face hugger.
You're correct.
You are correct. Okay, wicked good.
I don't want it. Go away. Here, it can be your.
Hi, Andrew says John is cardboard king. Yep, I see a face hugger we got down here. Let's see.
1, 2, 3.
All right, let me see. What can we do here? Oh, Lauren says I said it first. I'm sorry. My bad. I was answering questions on video. I couldn't read down through the chat. I mean, I've got 2 eyes and only one focus. I'm sorry. You know, that is one of those weird things. You have 2 eyes, but only one focus capability. Somebody messed up when they were designing humans. All right. Yep. All kinds of kittenage over here.
Can I guess
The
what this
kittens
is?
that need a bath. The kittens that need a bath.
Can anybody guess what this is?
I think the question is, what is it doing? So can you demonstrate what it is or what it does?
Give me 1 second.
Yeah, John and the cardboard thing. John's been so obsessed with the cardboard thing, I had to buy him a X-Acto set with cutters, blades, and everything. And I ended up buying him a Gorilla. See, Lauren's on top of this thing. You need to find a different movie because Lauren's figured out you're obsessed with a certain movie. He says it's a face hugger pod. It's a face hugger egg thing pod, whatever.
Yes.
Creepy.
I found out how I do it instead of just rubbing it in.
Okay.
I'm not cheating.
Uh,
Bye.
I have 2 eyes and no brain. Yeah, no kidding. I agree. There are days.
I gotta take the face hugger. I gotta fold it like this and then wrap it around. And then take the hands and fold that in.
You gotta figure out how to make it like spring loaded so that you like chuck it at somebody and it springs open. And oh, you could put like those 25-cent sticky feet on it, and you could like spring load it at somebody.
Don't do that to me.
That'd be awesome.
You'll be grounded.
Yeah, like spring load it and sticky feet just poof. That'd be great.
But then I
Go to
do
your
this,
mom.
and then I open up a flap, and then I just toss it in there.
There you go.
And the thing
Alright.
folds in there.
What is my opinion on oil coolers on lawnmowers? To be quite honest, unless it is a commercial grade mower, there is no reason to go and have oil coolers. Now, do I think that oil coolers need to exist on certain motors? Yes. Almost anything that is rated for commercial grade probably will have an oil cooler. And there have been people that have shown that do far more, less redneck and more scientific evaluations that have proven that the oil cooler actually does affect it, whether it's there or not. So do I think that they need to exist? Yes. As far as the high-speed drag racing hydro build is concerned, if it survives its first drag race, then I'm going to be actually looking into trying to figure out a way to put an oil cooler on that. Just in test running it up and down the driveway a few times, it actually overheated it enough in order to be able to purge some of the oil out of the oil catch can that is on its stock. So I need a bigger catch can, but in a long day of drag racing, that's not going to do it any good. So we're going to have to go and do something. So if it came equipped with it, yes, it definitely needs it. If you're trying to extend the life of your motor, then would it extend the life of the motor? Yes, if it has an actual pressured oil system. If it's just a sling system, no, I don't think it's going to affect it at all. I totally think that you're just wasting your time and spending money. Otherwise than that, it is what it is. Let's see.
What's the weather for tomorrow after I get out of work? So like after 4.
After 4 o'clock, probably about 55 to 60 degrees tomorrow.
Okay, so we could clean the kittens and the ferrets tomorrow.
Yes, we can do all of the animal stuff tomorrow. Let's see.
Give them baths.
I need a good front axle for my Ford YT16. Any idea? To be quite honest, a lot of your Craftsmans nowadays come with very cheap cast iron front axles. Cheap as in easy to get a hold of, not cheap as in cheaply made. A lot of the modern ones come with front axles that are cast iron. So I would honestly probably look into that idea. If you measure your pivot point distance, that's going to really give you a better ballpark as to what you could get into, by the way. But that's your thing. So, and not your pivot point distance as in height of your pivot point, your actual length, width-wise of your pivot point is what you want to go and focus on, so that when you go to a junkyard or you go to some place for a freebie machine, you know what it is you're measuring in order to hope and try. The other thing about it is that, give me just a sec, John.
Yep, I know.
The other thing about modern Craftsman's is that the front drive axle assembly is a drop out 8-bolt assembly. So you could take and drop out that front axle and put it into just about anything. So that's where I would look if I was looking for a cheap but yet upgrade for your machine. Go ahead while I read through this. Got to get on camera.
You know, it's something. Anybody guess what this is?
Okay, so they're supposed to guess what that is.
Yes.
It's an octopus that got too close to a blender.
No.
I tried. Let's see.
Oh, that was you?
All right, do you need to put bigger catch can on the hydro? Yes. Just in testing it up and down a couple of times, it ended up hitting the overheat point. And if my screen starts vibrating, it's because my big giant air compressor just kicked on downstairs. Sorry for that. So yes, I need to figure out some sort of cooling system for the hydro build, because obviously I'm making it do things it was never meant to do, and we got to go and figure it out. The other thing that I have debated with the hydro build, which goes back to, yet again, I grew up around a lot of drag racing, grassroots drag racing. I grew up around a lot of back roads, grassroots drag racing. And when you do that kind of stuff, a lot of times if you got a hopped up motor that is just barely holding it together and about to go and seize like a piston ring or something, you will literally throw bags of ice on it in between races. And what I've debated is making a diaper essentially for the hydro to put ice packs in underneath the hydro for racing. It would get it cool, get it down, and, you know, maybe get it to go and survive a little bit longer. What's up, John?
I'm pretty sure you're drinking mine again.
You need to stop putting your drink down next to mine. Okay, well, now that that's the second time.
Oh, yeah, there's some comment.
It's a good thing you already have my DNA, you spit swapper, you. Jeez. All right, anyways. Lawnmower Man says, hello, John.
Hi.
Let's see. What is the current top speed of the hydro? I actually don't know. Not going to joke. I hit a point that it probably was doing about 20 miles per hour at about a third of its capability of the length of the shift of the lever. And I lost my hanging balls fortitude. We'll go with that. I hit a certain point where it started shaking because I was up there and I was on a front end that needed to be shored up a little bit. And as you saw in the video, I almost lost it. And those Craftsmans are notorious for doing that at just above 18 to 20 miles per hour. And sure enough, I hit a point where it just started to float the front end and go like this, because it was still gaining speed and it was still torquing up. So I know that it'll do past 20. I won't be able to find out exactly what it will do until we can A, get it drag racing, and B, I fix the driveway enough to be able to actually take it on a full-blown run. For those of you who don't know, if you're in a northern area, in order to be able to actually get a correct GPS tag on a GPS speedometer, you have to be able to pull at least 300 yards of a top speed run. So I have to have my entire driveway clear to be able to go and make a top speed run and get GPS to do it correctly. So we'll get there. We're gonna do it. What's up, John?
Some people have commented.
Yes, I can
Got it.
see people are commenting.
No.
Oh, okay. So wait. So what are we doing?
The puppet.
Oh, the puppet. Oh, the puppet is. Oh, is the puppet the predator's mouth? Yeah. Is it?
Not the mouth.
It's not the mouth.
Well, there is a mouth, but there is also eyeballs.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it's. Oh yes, because the predator has those mandible
Mandibles.
things. Yeah, it has those. It has those 4 ant thing, whatever's.
These things.
Yep. There we go. Yahoo. Okay,
And
so
also make by putting my hands together and then putting the ring fingers around my middle fingers, wrapping the middle fingers around. And
okay.
then putting that together, and then also putting that in the back.
So what I have concluded out of this is you need more variety because Lauren has figured out what your like movie something or other is and is probably just looking at some Google images and cheating. Because he's that kind of person, I swear. Actually, Lauren is really cool people and stuff. For anybody zoning in on this, tuning in, whatever the word is, I'm too tired for this. For anybody kicking in on this right now, I give Lauren crap, but he is actually a really cool dude. And if Lauren ever tells you, anything, if he ever tells you you're stupid, you probably deserved it. If he ever tells you you're right, then you did something right. He's a really cool dude, and I really appreciate him every time he joins in and adds to the conversation. So thank you, man, for being around and everything. All right, what's up?
And guess what this is then?
Okay. I have no idea what that's supposed to be. Okay, so
I
we'll.
already showed you and told the name of it.
Yes, you told me the name while I was in the middle of editing videos for people to watch and everything. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot your Lego-y thingamajiggery, whatever. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. We've got Savage Killer tuning in from Iowa. Savage Killer. Now there's a name I'm surprised that YouTube didn't go after. Man, they'll ban just about anything. Holy cow. Have you guys been seeing? So I can get banned for swearing and I can get banned and demonetized for sexual content and I can get banned for, I've watched some YouTube guys end up banned and losing their monetization for bikini stuff and things like that. YouTube released on YouTube Movie recently a whole ton of like old like 80s movies and stuff like that. And they're movies with nude women in them. Like they're blatantly softcore, you know what I'm talking about, movies. Holy cow, YouTube, you need to like check yourself and get in on what it is you're posting for your own monetized videos.
If we don't get banned from this.
We won't get banned from this. YouTube doesn't care about little old me. They wouldn't even send me the play button. Like I had, for those tuning in, to get the play button, I literally had to go on to customer support and ask why I hadn't gotten my play button for them to send me a customer support to file for my play button. YouTube's doing really good. Anyways, moving on. Cool Bag of Doritos wants to know if your Legos figurine is Fritz the cat.
No.
No, it's not Fritz the cat. I don't know what Fritz the cat is, but anyways.
No, it's not even identical.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I got a different body for this actually.
All right, let's see.
Give me a second.
Is it possible to install a charging system on a Predator 212? as far as I know, you theoretically can install a Honda charging system on a Predator. Now, you need to go double check. As much as okay, I try really hard not to like say anything negative about other YouTubers. So take this the way that I'm wording it, don't skew it. Redbeard's Garage has many, many videos on the Predator 12, but do keep in mind he is horrifically brown-nosed as possible sponsored by Go Power Sports. So watch his videos, do your own research to find parts that are not Chinese junk that has been marked up insanely, and go purchase it somewhere else. Is the dude correct when he posts a video? Does he give correct information? Yes. Is he horrifically sponsored to the point that he should just paint this brown and call it good as far as Go Power Sports is concerned? Well, I guess Go Power Sports is red logoed. So this should be painted Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer red as far as all of his videos are concerned. Is his information correct? Yes. But do your research. Go find the parts at a non-jacked up, overpriced, whatever type location, and you'll be fine. But I do believe you can do it, but you need to research it at another YouTuber location, unfortunately.
I'm gonna go use the bathroom real quick, okay?
Yeah. Neil is too young to know Fritz the cat, or he would have never assumed it was a guess for John. Oh, okay. Is he along the same lines as Felix the cat or Heathcliff? I miss Heathcliff. Heathcliff the cat was cool. He was like Garfield for real men. That was Heathcliff. Give me just a sec here to check something. All right. And okay, we're back. Sorry, I had something important pop up. I had to take 5 seconds to read. Let's see. Okay, give me 5 seconds. I can see that there's some stuff going on here. Okay.
I accidentally missed you guys.
Okay, Victor. Is the reason that you don't have comments because of the not so good people from the past? No, actually, the reason I don't have comments, and I'll keep it a short answer rather than ranting, is that I have a video that went viral. And that video is my gas-powered Power Wheel when it was in the Mid-Coast mud runs. And because of all the kids that are in that video, and because that video pulls millions of yearly views as compared to all my other videos. I'm going to get scratched.
Okay.
YouTube refuses, because of that video, to declassify my channel as a kids channel. They refuse to declassify it to an adult channel, and they marked it as a kids channel and will not own up to their mistake. So that's why I don't have comments, unfortunately. They'll admit it. I have tons of emails with them admitting that's what happened, but they will not fix it. What's even sadder is I love to joke with them about, hey, if I hit 1 million subscribers, will you fix it? And YouTube likes to tell me that their system of assessment is irreputable due to being reviewed multiple times. Anyways, end rant. Sorry, I did get on one. My bad.
You want to show the baby Furby or the tiny one?
No, they've seen the baby Furby before. They don't need to see McDonald's McNugget Furby.
How rare are they actually?
Let's see. Lisburn is near Belfast, Northern Ireland. Yes, yes, it is. Yeah, Belfast, Ireland, I bet is probably very different than Belfast, Maine. Belfast, Maine, if you want to be on the liberal, we'll politely word it as the liberal side of things. Feel free to move to Belfast, Maine, which is why I need to get out of this area. Yeah, me and Jesse and John need to get out of this area. But yeah, Belfast, Maine used to be a very down home, middle class and lower blue collar town. We used to have a lot of manufacturing. We used to have chicken farms. We used to have a lot of that. And over the course of the years, it has turned into the most trust fund baby, cry baby society ever. I need to get out of this town. It's horrible. Gas pedal options on a Toro wheel horse with the clutch on the right. Actually, it's funny that you say that. I plan to go and actually do a gas pedal on a machine that has a clutch on the right. And there's basically two things that come to mind as far as that system. If you have a side shift setup, is putting your throttle just as a hand throttle on your side shift. There's a lot of people that like to go and do that kind of setup, and there's a lot of people that don't. On my ice racer, I'm actually debating shifting the gas pedal so that it is a hand-driven assembly on the shifter. The other thing that I'm probably going to do on my racer that I'm building for Big Mod, there won't be any video on it until it hits the drag race. And the reason being is because I need to totally re-engineer a machine that I was running in small mod to run a 27 horsepower Kohler big block. And I need to re-engineer it in less than 13 days. So I won't be doing video on that because I just plain need to get it done. And I'm going from a very beat up 17 horsepower to a 27 horsepower big block Kohler in it. And it's going to take some work to engineer. But yeah, what my debate on that, because it has what you're talking about, a right-handed clutch, was that, okay, so let me see if I can do this. Okay, so if I'm on my right hand and I'm clutching like this, so this is the front of the mower, okay? My debate was that if up here is when the clutch engages fully, and right here is about where the clutch starts to engage, is setting up a throttle cable going this direction attached to the clutch, going this direction attached to the clutch, so that as it comes up with it, that actually acts as a reverse gas pedal, so that when it comes up, it actually ups the throttle as it is engaging it as an automatic gas pedal to go with the clutch. You'd have to make it so you could tune it in so that your top of your throttle was exactly at the top of the clutch throw. But that's what I'm planning on doing on that rig. So I'll openly throw it out there for the public. If it works, I will have a video up on it after drag racing, because like I said, I've got to totally engineer and mess with a ginormous motor into a little itty bitty red MTD chassis. So if you go back to the drag racing film and you see the red MTD that I was racing in small mod last year, That's what I plan to put a 27 horsepower Kohler into in order to go into big mod this year. Anyways, that's where we're at. Sorry, my brain just totally like farted right there. I ran out. I am so overtired at this point. Da 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 da.
Yeah, do they see stuff up there or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh? Do they see what?
The stuff that you put up there.
No, I'll post a picture of that at some point. It's okay.
Okay.
Let's see.
What is this? What is the?
Okay, so I get this question quite often, so I'll answer this. What is your experience on zero turn mowers? Why do I not flip them to sell? And the reason being is because Mainers have this really, really major habit of driving stuff until the wheels fall off. And I am horrifically definitely one of those people. I've never had a vehicle that I have, in the last 10 years, out of all 7 vehicles that I have owned, I have only had one that I have ever sold that continued to stay on the road. All of the other ones, I drove until they could not be legally put back onto the road and just plain needed to go to the scrapyard, and that was the end of it. And that mentality in the workforce of Maine, especially lawn care, I have found, is that way about zero turns. So by the time a zero turn actually shows up for sale in, we'll call it tractor hunting condition, in the condition that I do my tractor hunting videos in, where it doesn't run, it's been dead for a while, stuff like that, usually one of the hydraulic motors is always dead. Usually the tires are utterly just roasted off of the thing. Your front swivels, the casters, are almost always either rusted solid or the tires are roasted and gone. And at that point, the amount of finances that you have to put into it in order to be able to sell it at a profit is a negative. So if I saw a zero turn that I wanted to rebuild for myself, like here on the profit, yeah, good job. Here on the property that we have, a big zero turn would utterly, totally be stupid, which is why it is I never bother keeping around a deck that is bigger than about 48 inches or so. The moment I rebuild a machine that has a 48 or bigger deck, I almost always liquidate and sell it as fast as I can because I'm never going to use it. I've got too many things, too many bumps, too many imperfections in my yard and stuff that any deck bigger than that, I end up scalping things. I hit rocks, I hit roots, I hit all kinds of stuff, and it's not worth my time. Now, if I got a really good deal on a little 42-inch, home grade zero turn, I would do it for the YouTube channel. But inevitably, I would never make a profit on that machine because of what I already stated. And that's the problem and why I don't touch them. When I get bigger on the channel, to the point that the videos that I produce actually produce enough of a profit that I can justify it, then I will. But at this point, I don't make enough on the release of my videos to justify doing it. And to put that in perspective, because YouTube doesn't like talking money, we're not supposed to as a YouTuber. To put it into perspective, when I make a tractor hunting video, there's a reason why usually they're $100 and under. I'll word it that way. You can logically do the math from there. Let's see. Let's see. YouTube sucks. Do you post videos on alternate media for backup? Actually, I do post up a lot of my, trying to think of what the term for it is. Well, okay. Facebook users usually do not have a very long attention span. That's the polite way to say it. Facebook users usually don't have much of a very long attention span, so videos that I produce that I think will work for that attention span, I usually post also to my Facebook page. And that way people can comment on those videos and interact. For example, I usually will post up stuff that might be drag racing videos, the mud mower videos I usually will post up. I'll usually post up videos that have to do with like sometimes like the rednecky build type videos, because occasionally Facebook likes those types of videos and stuff. I don't actually repost the videos anywhere else. And the reason being is, yet again, YouTube loves to copyright check across some other platforms when it comes to videos. Facebook and YouTube have basically hit a point like the United States hit with Russia during nuclear arms race. They both are so big when it comes to the video market that they have agreed to not attack each other for the fact that they would obliterate each other. So that's the reason why it is I post stuff to Facebook, is because I can get away with it due to the nuclear arms race that they ended up with. Just a heads up here, I'm starting to lose my voice, which is what happens in all of these live streams, which is why most of my live streams are about an hour and a half. And if you guys would like to be seeing more videos soon, I need to keep this thing because I have video work I have to do tomorrow. So I can see that there's one or two more questions here, or at least what I think are. So I'm going to read down through these quickly while John does a quick little demonstration of more cardboardism. I think some of these are some early things that he made. And then we're going to probably call it cool at this point.
This is the very first thing that I ever built a Predator.
Okay, that's the very first predatory type thing that you built.
And the Predator helmet that I showed was the very first helmet I've ever made. But the claws aren't retracted. I wasn't that skilled back then.
You need to project your voice towards that camera.
Okay.
Because one of the things that Mark and Raymond, while they've been going through and watching our videos, has pointed out is that apparently, so for anybody who wants to know, I use a Logitech HD quality camera. I think it's a 90 or a 92 series. It's the older model, but they have a 92 now that's out, which is basically the same thing. If you decide to do what I do here, the problem is my camera likes to try to help out and vocally volume compensate for my voice projecting really well and John's voice not projecting well. So if I ended up screaming at anybody after John spoke, I apologize. It's not me screaming, trying to go and like take over. It's that my stupid camera tries to compensate for John speaking really quietly. So you need to project your voice towards that camera. Try it again while I read.
This is one of the more older ones I did. It was the very first thing that I built with Predator. There is no retractable claws. I only have...
Talk towards the camera.
I only have two pairs of claws. One is permanent stuck. And then the other one is not permanent. Because these, if I jam it in,
what are you doing?
I was trying to get it cocked.
Let's
So-
see. Okay, you show that, and I'll answer another question.
What you have to do is when you have your hand in, this goes in like that, and you grab it, you yank it.
Yeah, don't yank it hard enough to break it. Jeez.
But I would yank out, and then you got your claws.
Oh, okay.
What I did with the setup is I got a piece of cardboard, and I cut a little slit into it, and I copied it for the other side.
Cool.
And then I made the claws, and I copied it. And I had this rod that I used, and then we put these pieces. We put the spacer into it, and then we put the claws onto it.
Cool. So it's got a bar inside that slides along the railing. Let me see if I can show it. Okay, so it's got a bar inside apparently. There we go. You can see it there. And then that slides. Is that what you wanted to show them?
Well,
Right.
I just got the Wolverine claws.
Okay, let me answer a question and then you can show your claws. Or whatever it was you just said. I am so overtired. Let's see. Victor wants to know, I do mostly push mowers and make a lot of money at it. I've actually watched a lot of guys over in Britain where apparently push mowers are a big thing. They make buku bucks fixing push mowers over in Britain. That always amazes me. Do you not do those? And the answer yet again is the same answer that I gave with the 0 turns. I don't know what it is about push mowers, but I never see a push mower until it is literally having the wheels fall off. I have ended up with many push mowers during tractor hunts. That's part of the reason why it is I'm doing the Van Hollen project, is because I need a bigger bed so that when I'm on location and somebody says, hey, by the way, I have this, and if you want it, you can take it. I'm not trying to pile it up on top of the lawn tractor. One of the things that I've run into here in Maine is that we have laws about junking and running vehicles with a bunch of junk on them and stuff like that. And you can actually get pulled over and you can get fined here in Maine, and it's not a pretty fine. It's like a discretional by the officer, anywhere from $100 to $1,000 worth of fine for a unsafe load in the state of Maine. And I have had some questionable interactions with officers in the past due to piling stuff up on the sides of lawn tractors. And that's also the reason why you will notice that oftentimes my straps that I use are actually fluorescent orange. In the state of Maine, it is highly advised, and as far as a lot of officers are concerned, required to use orange to mark all loads that are questionably secured or questionable loads or whatever quotation you would like to go and give to law enforcement being able to make some extra money for the state. That's the reason why it is that I use the orange straps, the reason why I need to go and upgrade my project. And to answer your question, most of the time when I get a push mower, there is at least one wheel falling off, if not two. Push mowers that I end up with usually have cattywampus wheels that look like those guys in Japan that think the lowered, weird looking bazooka cars are cool. That's what push mowers look like when I get them. What are those? Or what is that? It's the leftovers of a Wolverine claw attempt?
I was in an attempt. One of the kids apparently got into it.
Yep.
Decided to tear it apart.
All right.
But you would basically double this right here, and right here, and then another one.
Yep.
But it was perfectly a set of Wolverine claws. Just instead of made out of metal, it was made out of cardboard.
Yep.
The kids decided to get into it, but It's just a cardboard version of Metal Wolverine claws.
Yep.
It's the very first thing that I built off of something like off of a movie or a show or something.
There you go. You're doing better with projecting towards the camera. Good job. That was much better.
I'm also looking at the screen.
That's fine.
But
You're doing much better with projecting. Good job. All right. Let's see. All right, guys. I'm really starting to lose my voice. And like I said, if you guys want to be able to go and see videos, I've got to keep this thing because it's how I make my money, unfortunately. You know, when the rest of it looks as ugly as it does, at least the voice has got to do something.
You're not ugly. Shut up.
So anyways, we're going to call it here. If anybody has any important questions that they need to ask me or they want to go and talk with or something like that, you are more than welcome to go and send me an email to the email address that's on the Redneck Computer Geek page. Its main is in the state, mudmower@yahoo.com. You're more than welcome also on the Facebook page to send me a private message. I attempt to check it at least 3 times a day if I can. I do not have anything that sends me a message right off the bat. And the reason being is because I've hit the point with popularity at this point where if I did, I would literally have a phone that would commit itself on battery life because it would never stop going off. I don't mind going down through and answering questions and stuff like that. Just please take the time to go and send me an email. So to everybody, I'm glad that you stopped in. This has been really fun. I've been Craftsman Crusher. Thank you for coming up and joining me on video for a little while and talking about your mud mower.
If
And
anyone see interest, I'm a Facebook message away.
they can't hear you from over there. The microphone will cut you out. Come over. Okay. Well, apparently I'm supposed to go and tell you that if you want, you can message Jessie about her Scentsy stuff or stinky crap or whatever in order to be able to make your house smell better. I swear it does. And all that kind of stuff. So feel free to get a hold of her if you'd like to go and buy some of that. And John, do you have any closing statements?
no.
Okay, then say goodbye.
Well, thank for the 36 people that joined.
That's it.
36.
Thank you for the 36 people that are currently viewing this right now. We appreciate you, and hopefully you'll be back for another live chat soon. Have fun, and bye-bye.